Hey, hotel hoppers, and welcome to another episode. In the past, we did a video which focused on the Hilton Honors program, the status levels, and what are the perks you're getting if you are silver, if you're usual member, silver, gold, or diamond member. And one of the perks was also that you can earn points. Now, let's say that you're in a situation where you have been earning the points already for a while, and you are ready now to redeem these points for ward stays. There are different ways to redeem points. You can, I think, convert them for something as well, but the main thing with what you can do and what, let's say, 99% of the use cases of hotel program points are to redeem them for stays. Now, the question here is that how to do it. So in this video, I'm going to guide you what's my way of thinking when I consider should I burn the points or should I pay cash. So let's see what's the logic behind. So yeah, the main consideration is like when you see the rates, let's say you already have, I don't know, 100,000 points or maybe less, maybe more. Should on your next day pay in cash or redeem the points. Now there are of course a number of factors to consider. One of them is there like very lucrative points earning promotion going on, and Hilton has them every now and then. But we are looking into the standard case where there is no promotion and just we are looking at the value. So in case of something you can also consider is that while in the past there was some other reward system where, for example, in the past Wyndham, all the redemptions were equally at the same price. What is happening in the Hilton system is that the hotels are using dynamic pricing. That means that the points for a particular hotel can vary every single day. There are seasons, but it also depends on what is the occupancy, what are the standard rates, and so on. So you actually have to do quite a bit of math. And in that way, in order to do that math, does it make sense to redeem or pay cash? We have kind of assigned a value. It's 5 USD cents per point. So basically 1 point, it's kind of like a rough market value that if you Google, you see that many other bloggers and frequent travelers are considering like a good value point, that if you can squeeze more than 0.5 cents, that's a great redemption. If it's less than that, not that great, and probably you should consider paying cash. So what does that mean? So to kind of scale it up a bit, because you don't pay by a very small number of points. Basically, in this valuation, 10,000 points would be equaling $50, including taxes and service charges. And one extra thing you can consider, if you have Hilton Honors status, silver, gold, or diamond, if you're staying more than a night, then the best is to look how to redeem points in sets of 5 nights at a time. Why you would do that? Because if you redeem points, if you're having silver status or higher, then the 5th night is free, which basically gives you an extra 20% value for your point redemption. So let's see how to. This is a nice talk, but let's illustrate this with some very practical things we can find on Hilton Honors website. So I have prepared the website here, and currently I'm in Bangkok. So let's see what are the options to redeem the points currently in Bangkok. Let's put it in that we are Bangkok, and let's take a few days from now, and let's also click here that on special rate section that you want to use points. So in this way, it's showing us both the cash rates and the point rates. and we click Find Hotel. So over here we see number of hotels, and we see that Hilton Millennium, 18,000 points per night, Conrad Bangkok, Waldorf Astoria, Hilton Sukhumvit, and DoubleTree and everything. So let's say that you want to know if this Riverside property, Hilton Millennium, the so I can say, would they be a good value at 18,000 points per night? So we click, let's see what kind of rooms they have, and you want to redeem this. Well, the cool thing about Hilton Honors points is that you can also redeem for the standard room, but you can also redeem for premium. So currently, for example, if you see the deluxe room, 18,000 points per night. Riverview premium rooms, it's the same room, just like higher floor. It's extra 1,000 points per night. And then executive room, 24,000 per night. So, but if you are like having already elite status, then you would get the lounge access anyway. So, but let's look at well, there are like a number of nuances, but let's look at the very basic room here, King Deluxe. So let's click more rates. It's 18,000 points per night. Now remember, we were talking that the good value of the point is 0.5%. So in order to compare that, let's see that what would be the value of this 18,000 points. So we can just go to calculator. On Google, you have also the web-based calculator, and 18,000 points. It's basically, well, for me, it's what I usually do is like I remember that 10,000 points is $50. So the easiest is 18,000 points is 1.8 times 10,000 times $50. So we see it's 90. So like the fair value of these points is 90 US dollars, 18,000 points should be equaling to $90. Now the question is like, what's the rate here? So the cheapest rate we see, different rate programs, it's this flexible rate actually, and with Hilton Honors discount. So to see that, how much does it make as a total? Okay, 2,613 Thai baht. So let's convert this. Now again, Google has this nice tool, you can convert currencies. So it was, you just type in, for example, THB to USD, and you get that numbers. Put this, and it says that the value, the rate what you currently would pay per night would be $78.17, $79.17. So in that sense, we see that paying cash at this 18,000 points per night alternative would make more sense to pay cash, because you're not breaking that barrier of dollars. However, if let's say you are having that 20% discount because you're staying there 5 nights, then in that sense we see that we can click here, put a 20% discount, so you're actually multiplying with 0.8, and you get that. In that sense, if you do 5 nights, you can, like with the points, get the value down to 72 US dollars. And that is already a good redemption, because $72 is cheaper than paying $79, which is something you would pay with cash. So what we have done here is like we have assigned the value of 0.5 cents to Hilton Honors point, and then we can always look like, hey, what is basically the value of my points? 10,000 points is $50, 18,000 points is $90. But if I have the 5th night free, it's actually lowering the points requirements, and then I would be basically paying for the room $72, which is cheaper than the real cash price of $79. In that sense, if you stay for a single night, paying 18,000 points versus 2,613 baht, $79. It's better to pay cash, but if you are using the fifth night free, it already makes sense to redeem points. But let's see what other hotels are there, because dynamic pricing and the situation at other hotels might be different. So let's see, if you don't want to stay at Hilton Millennium, we want to stay something more fancy. So that's Waldorf Astoria and Bangkok. Let's click here. We know that it's 61,000 points. So let's go to the calculator and see 61,000 points. So that's like 6.1 time the $50, because we consider that 10,000 points is $50. So basically the point price would be the value $305. So now when the cash price is less than $305, it's good to use cash. If the cash price is higher than $305, we should use points. Let's see how much cash does the rate currently charged. So that's King Deluxe room, 61,000. Let's see, is this the really cheapest rate here? Yes, currently that's the cheapest rate. Let's click on book, and that's 9,463 baht. So how much does it make in dollars? What was this rate? 94.63. So 94.63. That's $286.72. So as we can see, at 61,000 points, again, with the points you would be paying more. In that sense, cash price would make more sense. And however, if we are staying there for 5 nights, and if you are Hilton Honors Silver or higher, then we get that 5th night free. And in that sense, the price we would pay by points would be not $305 in points value, but it would be, we multiply by 0.8, because we are getting 20% discount, 5th night free. It would be 200, and that's already cheaper than the cash rate. So the cash rate is 286. That's more expensive than what you can squeeze out with this 244. So you would be already winning if you're staying there 5 nights. The difference here is $40? $40, 5 nights. You would be winning $200 by doing the 5-night reservation on points, getting the 5th night free at Waldorf Astoria Bangkok. These rates we were just walking through. If you're doing the single night, it makes more sense to pay in cash. Let's see what other hotels are there. What about Conrad Bangkok? And this is a hotel that actually all these hotels we have been reviewing already as well. So if you want to see how they look like, you can check out the previous videos, search on our channel. You see how they look like, the different room types and the suites we have been to. Let's see about Conrad Bangkok. So currently point redemption rate at this day is 17,000 points per night for Deluxe King room. If you are Hilton Honors Diamond member, you would be most likely upgraded to either this Premium King, or if available, Executive King or Grand Premium King. Sometimes we have been upgraded to the Executive Suite as well, but Conrad, it is not available in this day, but you have to kind of push if they don't do it automatically. But let's see 17,000 points. So what is 17,000 points? That's 1.7 times 10,000, and that's 1.7 times that $50. So it's $85 per night if you're redeeming point for a single night. Let's see how much does this cheapest price here convert in cash. So it's member, you get the member discount if you are logged in, and if you are Hilton Honors member, 2,300. So 20. So that's $72. So what we see here is paying points for a single night, $85, is more expensive than the cash price of $72. For a single night, it doesn't make a sense to burn points. But if you would be staying 5 nights, and if you're Hilton Honors Silver or above, it's actually okay. Because then you would be getting that 5th night free, which means 20% discount. And you multiply this with 0.8, and we get the value of 60. So $68 is already cheaper than $72. Well, the difference is not that big, but according to this calculation, and unless there is a very lucrative point earning promotion on the standard case, it makes more sense to redeem points. What else? Let's get also one example from somewhere else in Thailand. Let's see, what about, let's say you go to Phuket. There is a hotel we have done review as well. And again, let's click on the special rate that we want to use points as well. It's showing the rates in both ways. And Hilton Arcadia Resort and Spa at Current Beach. Now, over here they say that premium room rewards only available. That looks like standard rooms are not available this day. Let's see one of that premium room use cases. So premium room, well, this is actually a pretty standard room they have there. 33,000 per night. So how much that would convert in points value? So that's 3.3 times 50. So in points, basically you're cashing out, you're like paying 165 value. And well, Conrad, let's say more rates. Is this really the cheapest rate here? Yeah, okay. Let's say book, this is 3604. So 3605. That's only $109 cash price. In this situation, it's way more making sense to pay the cash, because the cash price is only 109. And the points basically are paying 165. Not a good idea. And here, even in this redemption, we would stay 5 nights and we would get the 5th night for free. Multiply by 0.8. It's still 132. That's more expensive still than the cash price of only 109. So in this situation at Hilton Phuket Arcadia, when you have an option either to pay $3,604, $3,604 baht, versus there is a great somebody just ring the bell. Well, that's the beauty of recording things in your hotel room. Don't forget to put the do not disturb sign, and hopefully they don't bang every now and then when you're recording a video like this one. But well, we are hotel hoppers, so we are of course recording these videos in the hotels, and they are like trying to do the downturn service, for example, right now. We carry on recording the video. So, because this is important for you, you're probably planning your next holidays. So, as you see here, Hilton Phuket, even the 5th night free doesn't make sense at these rates. Use cash instead. One more thing to know, in this Hilton system, currently we were looking just one particular date, but let's say you want to stay for longer, or you want to see how do the prices change. So you can click here, my dates are flexible, but close and update. And now if the website would not crash, okay, it doesn't. For example, in the same Hilton Phuket, you can click view available dates. And what this function on this website shows us is that it's showing the rates across months. So for example, in January, we see like every day the cheapest rate is, well, this is already 35,000, 33,000. Let's see next month. Wow, still like it looks like they don't release any standard rooms. It looks bad. Let's go a month in the future and still no standard rooms. No standard rooms. Okay. But over here we already see where we are in June. That's low season. Wow, that's kind of crazy. They tried to get like 33,000 in low season of June, but there are some dates where you will see that there is a standard room at 23,000. So this calendar function is a great tool to see also how the rates change. But basically in every situation, it's good to go through this calculation. You can use just a Google calculator or something else, any calculator, where you kind of go through and calculate what's the value difference. Does it make more sense to use the points or does it make more sense to use cash? Let's see also one last thing here in Thailand would be Samui, for example. There's Conrad Koh Samui. Also, let's see what they have here. Available dates. Well, actually, we want to. Well, let's see with the available dates first. Why not? So let's see how they want redemption change. So, wow. So over here they want already more than Waldorf Astoria Bangkok, 95,000 points per night. So you would wonder, like, does it make sense to burn 95,000 points per night at Conrad Koh Samui? Well, it depends. Let's see what is the cash alternative. So 95,000 points per night would be 9.5 times 50, because it's just like 0.5 cents. Hard to put the numbers. You might remember because take 10,000 points is $50, easy to remember, and then you can adjust the multiple. We see that paying in points, it would be 400. So now the good question is, what is the real cash rate? Let's see that we really see the cheapest rate here. Looks like there's no sale right now. I'll prepay request. Okay. Well, let's select this Hilton Honors discount rate. 14,125. So let's see. 425 Thai baht. That's 427 or 128 US dollars. So 400 versus 475. Again, it seems like for if you're going there just for a night, it doesn't make sense at these prices you can currently get in cash to use points, but pay the cash price instead. However, if you are there for 5 nights or the multiple of 5 nights, like say 5 nights, 10 nights, 15 nights, you should get the 5th night free as long as you are Hilton Honors Silver Servant Bow. And then the point price would be, we are multiplying that 475 with 0.8, 380. And 380 is already cheaper than this price of 427. Now, one thing we should also check is like these calculations were based on a single night. Some hotels, if you stay more than just one night, they might offer also a long, extra discount or something. So let's see if we are making actually 5 night stay. So let's say from 10th to 15th, that's 5 nights. Update. Let's see if the cash price is getting cheaper. And I think it looks, pretty much the same. So again, like in this sense, in this hotel, in some places, if you stay for a week, they might offer a long, cheaper prices, or 2 weeks or something like that. So there are these kind of factors to consider. It might be also very lucrative, triple points promotion or something. But in a good sense, the value of 0.5 cents per point or 10,000 points, $50 is a good kind of guideline to consider when you are doing the redemptions with your Hilton Honors points. And at least also if you have the status of gold or diamond, often it doesn't make good sense to to pay for the premium rooms because you would get the perks anyway. So, and the point rates don't include breakfast. So if you don't have a status, let's say you're just a silver member or base member, sad thing is point redemptions, not breakfast included. So it would be good to push yourself and get gold status above at least breakfast free. So that's also something good to consider. But these were the point redemptions you can do here at Hilton's in Thailand. There are definitely also other cities like Pattaya. Let's have a look in Pattaya. So there is one Hilton over there. Pattaya and Chonburi. So let's see what's the situation there. So Hilton Pattaya, we are currently in January 22 making this video. Over here, wow, this is over here, we see lots of variants. So this is standard room redemption, and we see like midweek, only 23,000 points. Weekend, 51,000 points. So sometimes maybe you also you want to get the 5th night free, to consider that, for example, you want to pay for this if it makes economical sense got into. But if you want to get the 5th night free, then it's like kind of adjust your stay in a way that the 5th night would be the more expensive one, the 51,000 point one. But let's see. This looks interesting. So Hilton Pattaya, 23,000 points or 23,000 points. That's 22.3 times 50. You'd be paying 115 US dollars in points, single night stay. In cash, in cash, that is 3,431 baht, which converts to 3,400 baht. That's $104. So again, this is a case where going for a single night stay, cash is cheaper than paying points. However, let's say you're getting the 5th night free. You multiply by 0.8 and then boom, $92. And $92 is less than $104. So it's always like, sometimes you have to go through. There are like some hotels that maybe single night stays would make sense as well. But at least in this case, we see a number of properties that one night stay, at least in Thailand, it doesn't make sense. 5-night stay when you get the 5th night free discount often actually is good to redeem your points. But yeah, that's it. If you are interested, I hope this was helpful for you and showing you what's the logic behind when you are considering, should I use my Hilton Honors points or should I pay cash? At least the logic I'm using. And these were the hotels just like this January 2022 here in Thailand. I would be happy to also maybe review some other cities. Just put in the comments below what are the other locations where you would like to redeem your Hilton Honors points, and I would be happy to make another session like this and see maybe there are some interesting good value propositions or sweet spots in the destinations, because Hilton has so many hotels across the world. They used to have categories, but as there are no categories anymore, you can see how, for example, the price varies for the standard room, even in Hilton Pattaya during the week. So you really have to go and calculate every single time when you're making the booking. Should you lean towards making a point redemption or cash booking? And the good thing is that what I use is every time I make the booking, I always click here, use points as well, because then it shows me both the rates, point rates and the cash rates. And if you do it long enough, you more or less kind of sense the value. So it's like in the beginning, you probably have to use the calculator, especially if you are going to the country where they don't use US dollar. or because the value point is US based. Or you can, like, if you are calculating more, you can reconsider that 10,000 points. Well, it could be $50, but what is the current $50 in Thai baht? So we see that 10,000 points would be 1,000 Thai baht. Well, the current exchange rate has also changed, but you can do then a rough calculation that in your mind that, okay, 10,000 points, 1,650, and then you can multiply and see. And the important thing to consider is that always click through, like just don't stop in this price. Let's say here it's showing you this rate, or 2,700, but this is excluding taxes. And into making those calculations, always like click through that you see the full price, not just the base charge, but also the total fees, taxes, whatever surcharges, which can vary even within the same country sometimes, but definitely also across different countries. I mean, the taxes you have accommodation back home, they don't always apply when you're abroad. So it's something to consider as well. But thank you for watching this episode. I hope it was helpful. Useful for you. If you have some other questions on redeeming points, put it in the comments below. If you have some particular destinations you are more interested in, we can do another session. Put in the comments below what is the destination you're heading to and you would like us to have a closer look. Should you redeem or should you pay cash? Thank you for watching this episode of Talks and Travel by Hotel Hoppers. If you haven't subscribed yet to our channel, hit the subscribe button and you will be getting all the next videos we are making. We are reviewing different hotel rooms and suites, and also since 2020 we're also covering different hotel programs. What are the benefits? Does it make sense to join, and how to redeem those points you're earning as well. Thank you so much for joining, and see you soon again in a new episode.